Hey, Jason here, and today we're doing another morning walk and talk. Today's gonna be a fairly quick walk. So I've been having a bunch of back spasm lately, and if you have a spinal fusion, you know how painful that is. Sometimes people don't know just the regular everyday pain that you have when you have certain type of fusions, especially a spinal fusion. So that's why I've been laying low, just nursing my back. Because what it is where the muscle spasms, where the screw is, it feels as if your back is just about to snap in half. And so it's a painful thing, but it's something I've gotten used to in a way, if you can get used to it. And so what I'm doing is just doing a bunch of stretches, nursing it, taking it really easy. So that's why I'm not going to do a super long walk this morning. So what I'm doing today, I'm just walking up and down my street. Might do it like 2 times or something, just to keep the muscles loose. I don't want to get any inflammation or tighten it, but that's about it. So been really nice. A lot of things are going down. Man, when I tell you, when you start asking the universe for what you want, it comes like in speeds that you can't even imagine. I'm on the right side. So there's a lot of things going on. I'm not going to reveal most of them probably until after June or maybe July, just because I want to get things in order and really have detailed information to give you. A lot of great things down the pipeline, man. Like every bit of me want to talk about it, but sometimes when you're making those next moves to the next level, you really need to keep those to yourself, because you never know who's wishing bad on you. And what I mean by wishing bad on you, it doesn't mean that they're really wanting bad things to happen to you. But the way we speak now in this world, especially when it comes to English, we don't speak correctly. We speak from a place of fear, and we don't realize sometimes those are things that are creating witchcraft against people, or you're saying bad spells, bad omens. Words means things, and words are energy and motion. It's a part of emotion. That's why words can hurt people. Words can make you angry. Words can uplift you when you're down. And so what I've noticed, like no matter what country you go to, what part of the world you go to, a lot of us actually speak the exact same way, and it's from a negative perspective. And so that's why I'm keeping those things. That's why a lot of professional development, if you read a lot of books about alchemy, positive mental attitude, all of these things that tell you to keep a lot of things to yourself. And this is why success is done in the dark. Because if you really talk to people about the things that you're thinking of, they're going to tell you all the ways that you can't do it, all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. And telling people why they shouldn't do stuff does not help them. It's not going to help you from growth. And growth is what we're here for. Just look at human life. We go from an infant that is completely dependent to someone that's no longer needing anybody. That's growth. And that's how our dreams and our goals are supposed to be too. They're supposed to be continuously growing. And so if you're doing something right now, or you have goals in your life that you really want to do them. Like I'm going to tell you, do them. I like to say, one of the things I like to call myself now is I'm a professional cheerleader. Like if someone comes to me and be like, dude, I want to do this, dude, I'm thinking of doing this, do it. Just do it. Take the chance. Worst thing that can happen is you may not get as far as you wanted to go, but you're going to get farther or gain something more than what you had before. And that's the key. I'm telling you, when I talk about how in all my videos, success is simple once you know how. Success is simple. We're all successful. There's no such thing as an unsuccessful person. That is a big lie that modern schools have told us through the grading system of, you failed. You don't fail anything. You always learn something. You're always growing and becoming a different person. And so you can't be afraid to fail. And also, you can't be afraid to ask for help. And I think these are the things that are really holding people back. And I've been thinking about a lot of things lately with this trade wars going on, the U.S.-China mess, all of this stuff. And I'm just hearing all the negativity. And I'm like, gosh, y'all don't see what's really going on here? You don't see the positives? Like even here for the continent of Africa, there's so much more opportunities that are opening up and people don't see them. So like my sister, she sent me, I always like to check and see when people walking behind me, just in case. If I got to hit somebody, hey, never catch yourself slipping. But like my sister sent me this thing on Instagram about some of the Chinese commercials of showing what the trade wars, the tariff wars, and how now if Americans are trying to open up shops back in America to do printing textiles and all of this stuff. And it was funny. But then it dawned on me, it's like, dude, why isn't Africa coming up to the table and negotiating? Why aren't the leaders here saying, hey, U.S., bring me your work. Bring the business here. We'll work for it. We're producing. Because I don't know if you may know this. China gets most of their supplies from Nigeria and other African countries. Even if you get an Italian leather, you get that from Nigeria. Like if you go to Tanzania, they have every form of fabric you can think of. That's why me and my girlfriend and I, we go there to order fabrics, and then she come back here to design clothes for people. And I'm like, even having the industrial machines here. So I'm like, dude, I got to figure out something on a bigger level. Maybe get a couple of industrial machines together for the rest of the year or throughout next year, and just open up a shop, open up a little warehouse, and see what businesses can I get. Because all you need is correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a fashion dude. I'm a business. My mind is business. I'm not fashion. How do you describe it? I'm going to have to ask her. But all you really need is just the cutout of the layout of how the purse, the dress, anything going. I don't know what you exactly call it. But once you have that, you can mass produce any type of fabric, bag, dress, whatever. Even with the reusable sanitary pads, I want to eventually just pay the woman who does them for me, pay her for her print, what she uses to make the designs, because that's actually more important than someone making the sanitary pads. Because then I can be mass producing them on my own, having some that's going towards charity, having some that are for business. Like, but I don't think the leaders here are seeing this yet. Like, Africa is in one of the best places it's ever been in a long time. And there's a lot of potential going back and forth. Like, they don't have to fight. They don't have to even choose a side. Just be Switzerland, be neutral. And just tell the US, hey, bring your business here. We'll mass produce them. But this is what you must do for us. Help us. And I wouldn't even change the prices of what they're getting from the US. I would keep the prices and tell them, look, help us build our electrical infrastructure. We need stable electricity here. And with stable electricity here, we can be guaranteeing you mass production of goods. And you know what those things are going to do? It's going to bring down a lot of cost here in Africa, such as traveling. Because now you're going to have more planes moving back and forth carrying goods, which will make it a lot more inexpensive for people to travel. Like, all of these things are things that it sounds normal, but I don't think the world has been taught to think like this. I don't think most of the world has been taught to think from a business perspective. Everyone always says the economy's bad, the economy's bad. Since I was a kid, I always heard the economy's bad. But I always saw people that were making money. I never understood how. Like, even in the Great Depression, during the Great Depression in the United States, back in the 1920s, they made more millionaires than they make now. But people don't talk about that. And the thing is, whenever there's something going on, there's an opportunity right behind it. And you just have to think about it. Now, like I know a lot of politicians throughout some of these African countries, they watch my YouTube. I know you watch my TikTok, and I appreciate you. I'm coming from a neutral perspective of, guys, let's get this money. Let's build Africa up. Let's make Africa great. Like, let's start building more and more millionaires here. Like, I remember a few years ago, I read every 8 days or so, China, because of how their factory and their businesses are, they were creating a new billionaire almost every 8 days. Let's start doing that in Africa. But let's not even shoot for 1 billion. Let's just shoot new millionaires every 8 days, every 5 days. Because there's a lot of good things here. And it's just time to think outside the box. Like, we don't need USAID here. We don't need to be getting free money that comes with stipulations. Let's just build this country up. Like, Africans are hardworking people, and this is every country I go to. You don't find lazy Africans. I'm just going to be honest with you. They're just like Black Americans. We work hard. We work hard for everything we got. I know it's movies and stuff make it seem like, oh man, these guys got it easy. That's bullshit. We all work hard. And Africans work hard too. Like, even though, yes, I'm in a real nice neighborhood, everything, but you know what you don't see? You don't see the amount of hours the people who can afford to live over here, what they're putting in for work, what they're doing to put their kids in some of the best schools. Like, they're working hard. They're making a lot of sacrifice. And so now it's just like, let's put that hard work to use. And let's just start on an international level, getting Africa where it needs to be. So that's another thing I've been thinking about is I think I'm going to start a warehouse here of just sewing warehouse, because it's a lot of stuff here. The machines are not that expensive. It just takes a little bit of investment. And I feel like it's something over the next year. I could probably get maybe 4 to 5 machines throughout the year, employ 4 or 5 people. And that could be a business bringing in good money. Like, hey, maybe Jason his business will be the one that's producing the Louis Vuitton purses, the shirts, the pants. Who knows? Ooh, my back is stiff. But yeah, that's kind of been on my mind. I was sleeping on it all night. Because as I'm seeing these videos, my mind is starting to see like, okay, man, there's money here. There's money here. Renegotiate. And even with China, like, have them bring in more goods with less taxes. And let them know, look, we're going to continue working with you. I think one of the biggest problems as a society we feel like we have to choose a side. Being cool with multiple people is okay. It's like, coming from a Black American perspective, like, and this is how I grew up. Because I grew up in Texas, it's low-key racist. Not as bad as it used to be. It's getting better. But in the beginning, it made me not like white people. Because I thought all white people were like them. They were racist. Like, you got the sundown places. You got people just calling you the N-word. People that's just disrespectful. Even when I came back from the Iraq War, I came into a shop. They called me the N-word, called me lazy. Mind you, these are people that didn't even go to the military. After I've almost died multiple times, fighting for my country. Whew, man, it's back. When your back is messing up with screws in it, it takes all your energy to do some of the simplest things. Things they didn't tell me before I got my surgery. And so it gave me a very negative opinion of white people. And I thought all white people were the same. I'm like, dude, if all the people I'm seeing here growing up since I was a kid, if this is how they are, hey, the rest of them got to be just as worse. But as I started traveling more and starting to connect with white people of different ethnicity, different cultures, I started to realize they're not all the same. There's some really good white people out here, really great people. But not only that, they're going through their things too, and they're trying to make it, just like I am. And it started changing my opinion. And I started realizing being pro-black or positive black doesn't mean I have to choose only black. I can work with people of different cultures, different races, and ethnicities. And I think that's what we got to start looking at from a society level. You can work with different people. And I know a lot of these governments feel like you're either an ally or an enemy. No. Why do you have to be an enemy? You can be an ally to two people. Like, war is dumb. Physical conflict is dumb. Just the same way we can't go around and hit somebody on the street. That's against the law. The same thing should be against the law for countries to go to war and physically hurt other countries. It's like, we got to grow up. We got to evolve. It's time to be better. It's time to be a different society. Like, why are we still going off of these barbaric principles of, if I don't agree with you, we're going to war? I don't agree with that anymore. And let me know in the comments, do you agree with that? Because if I'm not allowed to just go and knock somebody upside the head because they irritating me, why is another country allowed to go do that in this perspective by going to war? Like, we got to start asking these questions. And these are the things that are holding a lot of countries back. But like, right now is the best time and the best position for African countries to me, because they have the potential to fill gaps that are open now, and bring in the manufacturing, bring in the processing plants. Those are the things that Africa needs. People need employment here. Like, one of the things I keep telling people online, quit thinking Africans are dumb. I have not met a dumb African yet. Like, these are good people, intelligent people, educated people. There's no jobs here. And there's no jobs here because there's no plants. There's no processing plants. There's no big warehouses. Everything that every other country have is everywhere except here. Like I tell people, the southern region should be the English call center of the world. The fact that there's companies that have call centers in countries where people do not speak fluent English, and these people here speak fluent as English, that is insane. It's insane. And the cost of living is lower here, which means it's not like they're going to be paying exorbitant wages, cost of living fees. They're probably going to be paying less than what they pay in these other countries, because you also have to find people who can speak English. Like in Colombia, and I love Colombia. However, Colombia is not a very English dominant country. It's just not. You can find people who speak English if you move around certain communities, certain areas. But like, just walking around on the street, most people do not know English there. Or it's very, very basic. Hello, goodbye, how are you? Like how you see them in the TV shows where the English is very broken. Like if you watch 90 Day Fiance, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you come to a country like, let's say Zambia, sorry, trying to get the sun out of. But let's say when you come to a country like Zambia where people speak English, very fluent English, very good English. And then you see, wait, why are none of these call centers here? Why are none of those jobs you see in India and other countries, why are they not here? It's criminal. It's ridiculous. And so it's time for those type of things to come here, because those are the things that's going to change. It's about employment. And that's why, like, I keep telling people, don't come to Africa if you're not on a pension or have a very, very stable amount of money. They don't need people here that are looking for employment. You don't need to be competing with jobs with the locals. It's hard enough for them to find jobs, and now they got to depend on people from the outside coming and taking their jobs. It's not cool. It's time for people who want to be entrepreneurs the people who want to create businesses. Like that is what Africa needs. Africa needs businesses, employment, things from the smallest level to the biggest level. And they don't need scammers. Like, I've been watching so many videos about all these land scammers in Western Africa and Eastern Africa. It's ridiculous. Some of you guys should be ashamed of yourselves, what y'all are doing out there. Man, I do not like this gimbal. But that's it of that rant. That was just really on my mind because I'm going to do a longer video about it where I'm sitting down and everything. But I just wanted to get it out. You know, sometimes when you got something in your mind, you got to just get it out. So I wanted to get that out. Let me know if you're enjoying this walk. It feels good out here. Also, I think one of the other reasons my back is starting to act up, I think the weather is slowly about to shift to the cooler season. And sometimes when you have, especially titanium screws and stuff, or plates in your body, as the weather shifts, your body actually can predict it a lot faster, and it comes around with pain. Man, when I tell you, if people only knew what some of us go through going to war, like it ain't pretty. It ain't what they show you on TV. You definitely don't come home to a place where they're making sure you're taken care of. You gotta figure this shit out on your own. Okay, let me switch. There we go. Oh, my bad. You know what the problem is? I forgot to put my AI tracker on here, and that would have kept the camera stable on me. But so I needed this walk. The back's starting to loosen up a little bit. About to start back doing yoga too. I hate I stopped. Is that my chicken? So there's a chicken. Well, there's a rooster. He comes in the yard because I feed him. He came through the other day. He had like 6 or 7 hens with him. But the kids started messing with him, so they haven't been back. But no, it's one of the hens. But he's somewhere over here where he lived. Probably once I finish doing my property, I'm gonna put some chickens in there. Chickens are really good because they help keep snakes down. Like if it's baby snakes, they'll eat them. And they help keep mice and rats down also. So just in case you're thinking about getting some land and stuff, just remember that. Use the natural animals to help deter certain things. But yeah, that's it about the business part. And I'm gonna do a longer video talking about it because I don't think a lot of people are realizing what's really going on. And so many people are listening to the media. The media is full of shit. Like I did in my other video, just remember the media is psychological operations. It's called psyops. And psyops is to keep you in fear. What are you eating? Oh, he's eating a frog. And psyops is to keep you in fear so you don't change anything. That's why a lot of stuff hasn't changed in the world, because people are afraid from what the media and everything tell you. Like even if you're in the U.S. and how they're telling you, don't go to Africa, it's dangerous, it's this. It's not. They making, hey, how you doing? They making you think all of Africa is some war-torn place. It's not. It's safer than the U.S. It's better than the U.S. The people are nice. It's way more affordable. And these are the things that they don't tell us. But if you're watching the media, you'll think Africa is just full of lions and just craziness. And it's not. Like even when my family be like, hey, have you seen any lions? I'm like, no, I don't go to the zoos. I don't go to where the lions live. They're like, oh, they don't just roam around? I'm like, no. It's like, you have to go to a place that's semi-wilderness to find those things. There's people in front of me, so I don't want to be filming them. So that's why I got the camera this way. But once they're in a good enough distance, I'll put it back in front so you can see the road. Just respect. Just remember, if you're going to do a filming content, be respectful. Don't just be filming people, man. Oh, I know what I want to talk about next. There's this thing going around with live streamers. I don't know if you've seen it, but like in the Philippines, And then South Korea, one's American, one's Russian. But the Russian guy, I think he immigrated to America, which he should be getting his even if he's a citizen, his citizenship should be banned from the US. These guys are idiots. Going around harassing the locals. They're going around being disrespectful to the cultures. And I've been watching some of it. Kind of like, what is going on here? I've heard of their names, but I didn't know who they are because, there's a lot of content creators I just don't follow. And there's a lot of content I don't indulge in. And so they're supposed to be like these prankster type, but it's not pranks. Let me be very clear. A prank is something that's funny and it's mutually funny. Even during, and I think it was after COVID, like 2022, 2023, when there was this one guy with the big hair, he'll go around, act like he's finna steal something from me. Then the Rima song, Calm Down, and start playing. I was like, that's stupid. That is stupid. People work hard for everything they have in this life. I've worked hard for everything I have. You worked hard for everything you have. Stealing isn't cool. It's not funny. It's not a joke. And I was like, people are going to start beating these people up. Well, you would think people would be like, okay, let me not do this type of content. It got worse. These two guys harassing people on public places, like in harassing them in, let me see. Okay, yeah. So like they harassing these people in like subways, on the street, harassing women. The Russian guy apparently hit women before, which is a big no-go to me. Now he's in the Philippines. I'm surprised the Filipinos didn't beat him because Philippines are very nice, but don't go too far disrespectful. Now with South Korea, the Johnny Somali guy, he's not Somalian, by the way. I don't want people thinking like, oh, Somalians. He's not Somalian. I've met some Somalians, great people, lovely people, very respectful people. He has this thing called text to speech, and I think both of them use it. But it's where, like, let's say if you're watching me live stream, you can text whatever you want for a certain fee, and it'll blast out on a speaker, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But he's having people, they're saying disrespectful things, and mind you, it's translating to Korean automatically. So they're saying disrespectful things in the text to speech, vulgar things, disgusting things, pedo things, abusive things. And you can see the South Korean people are very, very upset on the buses and things like that. Now, mind you, I lived in South Korea for a year. This was a place that I lived for a year. Beautiful country, beautiful people. And when I lived there, I fell in love with it. I was willing to actually move there if I was trying to stay there and do my whole military service. There was such a great place and great people. So then it turned out he became a golden goblin, which is where if they know that they get you on their live stream, they're going to go viral. However, which is a good thing. However, they started beating him. And I don't blame them. The guys punching him out. One guy was an ex-Navy SEAL. And also, like, people forget, in South Korea, every male has to do 2 years in the military. So, like, that isn't a country where you want to be disrespectful like that. A lot of people have military service and training. You don't know what their branch of military or their field of military was. And so now both of these guys are facing a very, very harsh jail time. We're talking about maybe 10 to 20 years. This is stupid. Like, this is why I say, like, and this is why I get annoyed with passport bros sometimes. Like, nobody's saying you can't do certain things in the world. If you want to go travel to meet women and all that, that's good. Good for you. Bless you. But do you have to document being an idiot everywhere? And like this guy, the one Johnny Somali guy who's not Somalian, I want to keep saying that because I do not want people thinking He's a representation of Somalians. He's not. He's a representation of an idiot. And that's what he needs to be identified as. Even the other guy who's Russian, he's not a representation of Russians. He's an idiot. And we need to start labeling people correctly. Like he went to the Statue of Peace. Now, South Korea has a lot of memorial sites. They have a very rich history. And all of it isn't good. Some of the things that happened to the South Korean people. And he desecrated different sites. And it's just like, come on. It's like if we're here in Zambia and someone go desecrate the Kenneth Kaunda statue at KK Mall. It's like, why would you do that? What do you gain from that? It's horrible. It's disgusting. And it's the same way if you're a Black American, if someone went and desecrated the Martin Luther King Museum or something, or the Abraham Lincoln statue, the memorial. Like, we got to grow up, people. Because these people are not representations of the whole. They do not represent Americans, American culture. America does have a culture. I know there's a big thing where people don't think it does. It's a culture. It's just different. Like every culture is different. And these guys are going to be in prison probably for a long time. Remember, South Korea put their ex-president in prison. That is a country that is about laws. And here's a story about South Korea. This is why I love it too. If you're not an idiot or doing things that are horrible, you have the easiest time in South Korea. Even if you don't know the language. It's not that difficult. It's very simple to get around. People are very nice, very lovely. They're going to go out their way to help you. I remember when I first got to South Korea, and mind you, this was my first time leaving the United States. I was 18 years old. And mind you, got on a long flight, didn't know where I was going on the map. And on top of that, I'm the only Black guy on the flight. Only Black guy. And mind you, at that time, I'm a big dude. I'm lifting weights. I was in probably my peak shape for that time, getting out of basic and AIT. And the people are all smaller than me. I'm seeing not Mandarin, I think it is Mandarin. Their language for the first time in written form. And I'm terrified inside. Because mind you, like, I've never been this far in the world. I'm a dude from Texas. From Dallas, Texas, with family in Oak Cliff. It's different areas. And mind you, I'm on the whole other side of the world after a 23-hour flight. And so I was getting around, everything, got through the airport. Once I got checked in, I'm riding the subway. And remember at this time, you know, you could only see what you could see on TV. Like, you didn't have access like today with the internet. So I'm in the subway. This Korean guy, he sees me. He's like, Booker T, the wrestler Booker T, Harlem Heat, one of the best tag teams in the world ever. And I'm like, no, I'm not Booker T. I'm Jason. I'm not Booker T. He's like, no, Booker T. So I'm scared now because I'm like, man, I do not want to create an incident here. I don't want people thinking I'm lying, saying I'm someone else. So I just take off running. You know how we do. If you don't know what to do, you just run. So I take off running. He's running after me. Booker T. And mind you, I'm bald and everything. And I don't look nothing like Booker T. I was probably muscular at that time, but I look nothing like Booker T. I think he even taller than me by like 3 inches. And I was terrified. I'm like, oh shit, I'm finna start an international incident. I'm finna get kicked out the military. So I just take off running. It's like, that's South Korea, man. It was such a great place. It was fun memories. Then I remember going to places where they had little villages where people never seen Black people before. I was in a restaurant. I used to eat just local. And there was a little baby. And the baby, he was just so curious. He was looking. And he'd look at his family, then look at me. And you could tell he's like, wait, this dude is different. Then I spoke to him, said hi. And then he just started crying because he was kind of scared. And it was such a interesting experience because to the end, it's like, I've never met people that never been around black people, coming from the United States. Now, I did meet people later on in life that, even in the U.S., had never been around black people. Weird. But it was an interesting start out. And I fell in love with the culture there. The people were so amazing. What you call them? Katusas? I think Katusas, when they're in the Korean military and they're designated to an American military. I think Katusas. I think that's the name. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. One was named Kim, and I think the other one was named Jung. Great guys, man. They were so cool that worked in my unit. I mean, we even went out drinking one night. It was a good experience, man. Just getting to really understand them, talk to them. And then it helped me understand, like, stress of family, the stress of life, the stress of wanting to be successful. It exists everywhere. Everyone goes through it. Like, it isn't just a black thing or American thing or an African thing. It's a worldwide thing. We all have these family stressors that's on us for no reason. And we really bonded, man. Like, we bonded so much over just really getting to know each other. And it was such a great experience. And I love South Korea. To this day, I want to go back. I was actually looking for tickets to see how much the plane ride to go back, because I'm thinking maybe in 2 years I might go back. I'm going to go back, go find my old base. I'm going to walk you through some of the streets I used to walk through. I know he's probably not alive anymore, but Mr. Lee, he used to be in the Korean infantry during the Korean War. He was such a great dude, man. He had a little stand where he sold like fried vegetables, I think like a little meat on a stick. And such a great dude. Me and him used to hang out all the time, just laughing, talking, because he actually spoke a little English. Took care of me, man. He was such a great guy. Times when I was illegally off base at night, he would hide me from the military police. All this crazy stuff. Such a great dude. And so I've been thinking about it, man, like go back to Korea. I even want to go back to Iraq, close off certain chapters of my life and end those chapters on good notes. Because like, even now I'm still seeing some of that military experiences still haunts me to this day, especially the ones in Iraq. So when I go there, I'm going to take you with me, show you around. It's going to be fun, man. But don't take travel for granted. If you want to be an idiot, don't travel. Just stay home. You can be an idiot in your home country. Because these are the things, when other people start coming behind them, they'll start looking at you as if you're like them or one of them. And you're not. And this is the shame of the internet now. We're not all labeled correctly. And a lot of these idiots are not being labeled correctly. They're being generically labeled. It's not cool. Okay, we did a 39-minute walk, just walking up and down the street. My back is actually feeling a little good right now. It's loosened up. Move the camera this way. Just trying not to show people. So yeah, that's it for the day. Just a nice little walk and talk. I'm actually about to get ready to head to South Africa in a little bit. So you're going to be seeing some filming in South Africa. I'm going to be walking around there. And hope you enjoy it. And just remember this. Success is simple once you know how.